and welcome back to English the Easy Way, the podcast where we try to figure out how to be slightly better humans, one tiny habit at a time. I'm your host, Maya.
And I'm Leo. And when you say slightly better, you're being generous, at least for me. Some days it's more like marginally less chaotic.
Oh, tell me about it. This week has been a testament to that. But that's actually what we're talking about today, right? The wild world of habits. The good ones we're desperately trying to build, and the bad ones that just refuse to leave.
They're like that one party guest who doesn't get the hint when you start cleaning up around them. They're just there, eating the last of the chips from the bowl you're trying to take to the kitchen.
Exactly. So we thought we'd get real about the things we're trying to do, the things we're failing at spectacularly, and maybe find some solidarity in the struggle.
Solidarity in the struggle. I love that. It makes my inability to stop hitting the snooze button feel noble, like I'm part of a movement.
The Just 5 More Minutes movement. I'm a card-carrying member. So let's start with the positive before we get into the grim realities. What's a good habit you're actively trying to cultivate right now?
Okay, so my big one for the last couple of months has been trying to read a physical book before bed.
Oh, that's such a good one. I love that idea.
It sounds so simple and so civilized, right? But the main goal is to replace scrolling on my phone, which is a colossal challenge. My phone is like a magnet for my eyeballs after 10 p.m.
It's designed to be. They have armies of scientists working on making it that way. You're not fighting your own lack of willpower, Leo. You're fighting science.
I am. I'm fighting against billion-dollar algorithms with a $20 paperback. It feels like bringing a knife to a very distracting, glowing rectangle fight.
So, how's the battle going? Are you winning the war against the glowing rectangle?
I'd say it's a hard-fought draw. There are nights where I'm great. I'll get into bed, leave my phone across the room, and read a whole chapter. I feel super accomplished, and I actually do fall asleep faster.
Right, that's the dream.
But then there are the other nights. I'll read one page, my phone will buzz with some meaningless notification, and suddenly it's 45 minutes later and I'm watching a video about how to deep clean a dishwasher. And I don't even own a dishwasher.
Oh my gosh, the video rabbit holes are the absolute worst. For me, it's oddly satisfying cleaning videos, or people restoring old things. A lookup and it's 1 a.m. and I've learned how to reshoe a horse.
A very useful skill to have. But hey, I figure some nights of reading are better than no nights. At least I'm trying.
Totally. Progress over perfection. So what's on the nightstand right now?
I'm trying to reread an old favorite, just to make it easy to get into. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
A classic. You can't go wrong with that. Okay, what about you? What's your big good habit project?
Okay, so mine is even simpler on the surface, and somehow I think even harder to actually do.
Oh, this sounds ominous.
Drinking more water.
The classic. The one everyone says they should do and almost no one actually does.
Exactly. I bought this giant, aesthetically pleasing water bottle specifically for this purpose. It's one of those ones with the little time markers on it, 8 a.m., you got this. 10 a.m., keep sipping.
The motivational water bottle. I've seen those. Does it work?
It works as a source of guilt. Some days I'm great. I'm hydrated, I feel like a wellness influencer, my skin is probably glowing. But most days, I'll get to about 4 p.m. and realize I've only had coffee, and the bottle's still judging me from my desk. The 4 p.m. almost there is just mocking my failure.
It's so true how easy it is to just forget. You aren't actively thirsty, you're busy with work, and then it's bedtime, and you've had like half a glass of water all day.
Right. And then I have this brilliant idea to chug a liter of water right before bed to catch up, which is a whole other bad habit in the making.
Yes, trading dehydration for waking up at 3 a.m. because your bladder is screaming at you. A terrible trade.
Yep, not the peaceful night's sleep I was aiming for. So yeah, that's me, fighting a war against dehydration with a bottle that gives me passive-aggressive encouragement.
I feel you on that. I have another one I'm trying. It's the 5-minute journal.
Oh, yeah? How does that work?
It's super simple. In the morning, you write down 3 things you're grateful for, 3 things that would make the day great, and a daily affirmation. Then at night, you write down 3 amazing things that happened and how you could have made the day even better.
That sounds really manageable. 5 minutes.
It is. And when I do it, I genuinely feel more positive and focused. But the number of days I just forget it exists until I'm about to fall asleep is embarrassing. The pen and journal are right there on my nightstand looking at me.
It's the starting part that's the hardest, the activation energy,
Totally. My activation energy in the morning is near zero. It's reserved for making coffee, and that's about it.
Okay, so we've established we're trying our best with the good stuff with mixed results. Let's wade into the dark side. What's the bad habit that has its claws in you right now?
Oh, where to even begin? I think my number one, my ultimate nemesis is procrastination when it comes to chores.
A classic villain.
It's not the big things like cleaning the whole apartment, it's the tiny little tasks. The pile of mail on the counter that slowly grows into a paper monster. The one dish in the sink that I'll get to later. The laundry that sits in the dryer for, let's just say, a concerning amount of time.
You're not doing laundry, you're just storing your clothes in the dryer. It's a heated wardrobe. Very efficient.
I wish! But my brain has this amazing ability to look at a 5-minute task, like sorting mail, and convince me it's an insurmountable mountain that I should definitely tackle tomorrow when I'll have more energy.
Right, the activation energy for that task is just too high. And spoiler alert, you never have more energy for tomorrow.
Ever! And my brain would much rather perform what I call productive procrastination. Instead of sorting mail, I'll suddenly feel compelled to organize my spice rack alphabetically.
Oh, productive procrastination is my specialty. My desk will be a mess, but my computer's desktop will be immaculate. All the files perfectly named and sorted into folders. It feels like work, but it's not the work I'm supposed to be doing.
Exactly. So, what about you? What's the habit you can't kick?
Okay, I mentioned it earlier, but it's the snooze button. It's more than a habit, it's a relationship. A very toxic relationship.
A toxic relationship. I like that.
I set, and this is not an exaggeration, 5 alarms. They start at 6:30 and go off every 9 minutes until 7:06. And every single morning, I'm genuinely surprised and annoyed by each one.
Even though you're the one who set them.
Exactly. It's like a betrayal from my past self. I know that waking up at 6:30 would make my morning calm and relaxed, but Sleepy Leo does not care about that. Sleepy Leo wants 9 more minutes and he will get them, 5 times in a row.
And that sleep you get in those 9-minute intervals is the worst quality sleep, too. It's not even restful.
It's terrible. It's just anxiety-ridden half-sleep. But I can't stop. The lure of the snooze is too strong.
My other big bad habit, and this kind of connects to your good one, is buying books and not reading them.
Oh, the tsimdoku? It's a Japanese word for that.
There's a word for it, see? It's a legitimate cultural phenomenon. I love the idea of being a person who reads. I go into a bookstore and I buy books for the person I want to be. This person reads classic literature and dense nonfiction.
Right, your aspirational shelf.
My very aspirational, very dusty shelf. My actual self gets home, puts the book on a shelf, and then watches 3 hours of reality television. The books are more like decorations that make me feel smart.
My version of that is late night snacking. It's a full-on ritual. I'll have a perfectly healthy, responsible dinner. I'll feel great. I'll brush my teeth, signaling to my body, the kitchen is officially closed.
The signal, I do that too. It's supposed to be the final word.
And my brain is like, request denied. About an hour later, I am standing in front of the pantry, lit only by the eerie glow of the fridge light, eating handfuls of cereal straight from the box.
Why does it taste so much better that way? It's a scientific mystery that needs to be studied.
It does. It's the forbidden cereal. It's the thrill of the hunt. I've tried everything, drinking tea, eating an apple, but nothing satisfies that very specific craving for crunchy, sugary carbs at 11 p.m.
My downfall is ice cream. I can resist it all day. I'm a model of self-control. But once the sun goes down, it's like a siren call from the freezer. Just a few spoonfuls, I tell myself.
And then the spoon is just in the carton, and you're standing there, and you have a decision to make.
And And the decision is almost always, well, I've come this far. And then I've accidentally eaten half a pint. Whoops.
It's just so fascinating how our brains can be so disciplined in one area and then just completely let go in another.
It's true. So, given that we're both clearly works in progress, have you found any strategies or tricks that actually help even a little bit?
For the late night snacking, the only thing that has a minor success rate is what I call the preemptive strike.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. Sounds very tactical.
If I know it's going to be a snacky kind of night, I'll make myself a small, pre-portioned bowl of something decent before I brush my teeth, like some Greek yogurt with berries or a handful of almonds.
That makes sense. You're satisfying the craving, but on your own terms.
It kinda takes the wind out of the sails of the craving monster. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it's just enough to stop me from going full goblin mode on a bag of chips later.
Goblin mode. I feel that in my soul. I tried something similar for my procrastination. It's the 2-minute rule.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
The idea is if a task takes less than 2 minutes, you just do it immediately. Don't think about it, don't put it on a list. So, putting that one dish in the dishwasher, wiping the counter after you make a sandwich, taking out the recycling bag.
Just rip the band-aid off before your brain can even argue.
Exactly. And when I actually remember to do it, it's amazing. My apartment stays so much cleaner and I feel so much less overwhelmed. But the hard part is remembering to do it instead of just defaulting to my usual, I'll do it later.
It's like we have to constantly trick our own brains into doing things that are good for us. It's kind of absurd when you think about it. We're actively fighting ourselves.
It really is. My brain and I are in a constant, low stakes battle of wills. Have you ever tried habit stacking?
Where you tack a new habit onto an existing one? Yeah, I tried. I told myself, after I make my morning coffee, I will do 5 minutes of stretching.
And how did that go?
I think it lasted 2 days. The coffee habit is rock solid. The stretching part, not so much. I just wanted my coffee. The new habit felt like a barrier to the thing I actually wanted.
I think that's the key, isn't it? The reason we stick with bad habits is because they give us an immediate reward. Scrolling your phone is instantly gratifying. Procrastinating gives you immediate relief from doing the annoying task.
Yeah, and the good habits, the reward is in the future. You don't feel hydrated after one glass of water. You don't get smart after reading one chapter of a book.
Our brains are just impatient toddlers who want the cookie now, and you're trying to reason with it, saying, if you eat your vegetables for a year, you'll be healthier. And the toddler brain is just like, but cookie.
That is the perfect analogy. My brain is 100% a toddler demanding cookies.
Well, I think the takeaway here is that we're all just doing our best. And sometimes the best we can do is drink 1 glass of water and read 1 page of a book before falling down a YouTube rabbit hole.
And you know what? That's probably okay. It's better than nothing. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's just to be a little better than yesterday. Or at least to not be actively worse.
I'll take not actively worse as a win for today. So I guess we'll just keep fighting the good fight against our toddler brains.
Armed with our motivational water bottles and our unread book.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's all the time we have for today's chaotic look into our habits. We hope you found some solidarity in our struggles.
Thanks so much for tuning in to The Habit Loop. Join us next time for another episode. Hopefully we'll be slightly better humans by then, but no promise.
No promises at all. Bye, everyone.